What you up to now, day 2036. Keep someone in the loop. This is a loop with different things in it to supersize and grow your business, as well as to improve your listening skills, your communication skills. This month we are focusing on the communication goals life area framework. This year's challenge is the Get Your Goals annual challenge. So we're doing one thing every day to get what we want. And this month we're focusing on communication goals. And so our topic today is listening skills. We talked about different listening skills. There's lots of different listening skills and ways to improve our listening. And then we selected the one area that we are going to improve our listening in this year. And mine is to not interrupt. No matter what I'm telling myself and saying in my head, is to zip my lips, tie them shut, and not interrupt no matter what. Because guess what? I don't have to interrupt. I can wait till someone's done talking, take a deep breath, pay attention, do all the things we're supposed to do as we're active listening, and then ask my clarifying question. I like to use the excuse that I'll forget my clarifying question if I let them finish what they're saying, which is just plain rude, right? So it's definitely an improvement area and an area of listening that I want to get better at. I am awesome at it with my coaching and business people and clients and consulting clients, but I am terrible when it comes to my immediate family. So my sisters, my kids, my kids, I finish sentences for them. That's interrupting. That's rude. And I want to stop doing it. So that's what I decided for today's challenge for myself. That's going to be my goal, is to stop interrupting no matter what. I think I'll practice it first on my youngest sister because she gets the most upset when I interrupt her. So her and my daughter, I think, would probably get the most upset because there's no reason for me to interrupt. So, and I have some stories about that and my reasoning for feeling like I need to interrupt, but they're just excuses that I need to let go of. Our topic was listening skills today. Shared a bunch of different listening skills, the importance of and value of active listening. Why do we want to listen? For a lot of reasons, but mostly so that we get it right? So we get our response and our reaction and our actions and emotions right and correct and appropriate for the situation. How often have you ever been in a conversation, I definitely am guilty of this, where you thought it was going to go one way and that the person was going to say one thing and you were absolutely positively wrong? I've done that probably thousands of times in my life, and it comes back to bite me in the tail, so I don't want to do that anymore. So we want to actively listen and make sure that the message someone's conveying to us is the message we're paying attention to and actually receiving. Our idiom for today, to kind of go along with this, was to keep someone in the loop, and this was the best thing I could come up with for looping today. Hooks and loops, and I was going to look for a loopy shirt and couldn't find one because I didn't really care that much, and I like this color. It's one of my favorite colors. So I like to start the week off strong with something that I feel good about. Obviously, it's one of my favorite colors. So in the loop is actually, I didn't know where this idiom came from. It came from aviation, and pilots use it to coordinate when they're flying in formation or to communicate with the control tower, so that when you're flying in the air, you want to know where the other planes are. You want to know what's going on. You want to know where the other pilots are. And so it came from that industry, which I think is really fascinating and interesting. But it reminds us that there are key people, key parties, key stakeholders with respect to our business and our personal lives and our lives. We want to keep in the loop. We want them to know what's up with us. We all have friends that we don't communicate with a lot, but we keep them in the loop with what's going on in our lives on some frequency. We all have partners and people that ought to know what's going on with us, especially if it's impacting us in a particularly positive or negative way, right? We have stakeholders in our businesses that we want to keep in the loop and be in communication with. And I shared some stories about that and the USDA. So that's it. It's a brand new week. Busy, busy, busy. So much going on. The kids are wrapping up a huge project that I've been helping them with the kids with so that they could do it, because it's not a project I would do or be interested in. But it's been an exciting, fun project and process to watch them go through. If I can help you in any way with any business, again, this is where I document the journey, what I'm doing online and offline in different businesses and areas and aspects of my life. Started doing it as a way to keep track of what I'm doing as I went from the offline brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world. And so it's a fun little spot for me to just share. If you've got questions, just remember to ask, because if you've got the question, probably 1,000, if not 100,000 other people would have the same question and want to know how to deal with it. And I can't tell you what's the exact best way to deal with it for you unless we're talking one-on-one and having a conversation so I really understand your situation. But there's a lot of general advice and a general information when it comes to business and life and what it is that we all want as humans that I definitely have a lot of decades of experience in that can help you with. So never be afraid to ask me. And if I don't know the answer, guess what? I will tell you, I don't know the answer. I've never dealt with anything like that. Here's who you might want to contact in order to get your question answered. But I at least know how to direct you and who to direct you to if I don't know the answer myself. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll be with you tomorrow.